Thank you very much, Mr. Chairperson, and good morning to everyone. We will continue our presentation this morning by calling on Attorney General Jim Hood of Mississippi.
Good morning, Chairperson, members of the committee. My name is Jim Hood. I'm the Attorney General of the state of Mississippi. I've served 10 years in that capacity. I'm here representing the 50 states in our union. The states do pretty much about 95% of the prosecutions that are done in America. So the attorneys general are the chief law enforcement officers of our states. I'm here to attempt to answer a couple of questions posed by Mr. Kalin yesterday, and we had a good conversation about this yesterday afternoon. But the particular questions he asked about Mississippi was about the medications used in lethal injections and how we address issues in the states of wrongful convictions. Before I do that, I'd like to give you a little history about how what the state's role is in our federation in the United States, and sort of where I come from, the state of Mississippi. I hail from northeast Mississippi up in the hill country, and the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Mississippi is the birthplace of the blues. You know, we've reared an inordinate amount of artists and writers from our state. However, we're one of the poorest states in our nation. We have a sordid history involving civil rights. Unfortunately, our history dealing with civil rights is oftentimes creates misconceptions. You know, some of the things that we do are overshadowed by that history, such as in the year 2005, when the state of Mississippi prosecuted a 41-year-old murder case of 3 civil rights workers that occurred 41 years prior to that, where the 3 civil rights workers were killed in Mississippi. It was depicted in the movie Mississippi Burning. So the states do a lot to try to right old wrongs, and that's our role in working with the federal government to try to right a lot of the wrongs that we've done in our past. Now, specifically to address Mr. Kalin's questions about lethal injection, unfortunately, some of the defense attorneys representing clients in death penalty cases have created some misinformation and misconceptions in the media. The medication used in lethal injections in the state of Mississippi was changed about 2 years ago. We changed to a medication called pentobarbital, which is used in surgery commonly. The misconception being that somehow that was done in secret is incorrect. We changed to that drug there again, which is commonly used in surgery. It was addressed by the lower federal district court and on appeal, so we use a drug that's commonly used. And these drugs are not outdated. That's another misconception that we've had to address. Mr. Kalin also asked a question about how the states deal with wrongful convictions. I myself have signed agreed orders releasing people from prison who were wrongfully convicted. Thanks to DNA and our more common use of DNA testing, we're able to detect those who were wrongfully convicted, and the states do pay and compensate those people who have been wrongfully convicted. In our poor state, for example, we pay $50,000 a year, up to $500,000 to those who have been wrongfully convicted, and we're one of the poor states, so we're sort of probably in the middle as to how states address that issue. You know, some of these common misconceptions about states such as Mississippi, because of our history, we have stereotypes, and you know, international reports some of the time indicate that some legislation passed in our states is off base, and many times some of the acts are. But the great part about our system of government in America is we have a federal safety net, and the federal courts many times ameliorate some of these odd acts that occur in our state legislatures that really get out in the media, yet they don't necessarily ever take effect. I will be the president of the National Association of Attorneys General starting in June. And I assure you that the questions that you have raised, I will raise with my colleagues, so that the states will be aware of many of the questions that we're asked about our compliance with treaties, and hopefully we can make changes in our states so that we can move forward to protect our people and make our country and our world a better place to live. Thank you.